Hello, everyone, and welcome to our second Roots Tech with FamilySearch live stream takeover. We're so excited to be with you today to talk about our exciting Roots Tech Global Forum that's taking place on March 2nd at 9:30 a.m. And today we have so many special guests. Guys, say hi. From around the world that are joining us today to give us a sneak peek into what will be talked about. And so to start off, I'd like to just introduce myself. My name is Heidi Lynn Camacho, and I am a global social media manager for FamilySearch. And so I want to make sure that you all that are watching us from wherever you are in the world can get to know our team members who are representing the countries that many of you are from. Make sure that in the comments you let us know where you're watching from. What country are you from? Whether it's an emoji or the name of your country, drop it in the comments below. Everyone, let's just get started. I'm so excited to be with our team members. Jim, would you mind just sharing a little bit about you, your name, your role, what you or where you work in the world, and just how you help people with their family discovery journeys. And I'd love for each of you to just share something that's unique or special about your own journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm Jim Erickson, and I am an engagement manager or marketing manager for North America and Europe. And I've been involved with family history since I was about 6 years old when my mom started getting me involved. So that's over 40 years ago. And something kind of unique is we have a new cemeteries experience. And I live in Utah. And when I look at the cemeteries experience and look at the map, I'm related to more than 1,000 people who are buried in the state of Utah. So a lot of family around in Utah. So something unique about me.
That's great, Jim. Thank you so much for sharing that. For people that are interested in participating in and enjoying the cemeteries experience, where can they go to?
They can go to familysearch.org/cemeteries. And you can see over 300,000 cemeteries from around the world.
Jim, thank you so much. And just for you guys to know just how exciting and global that cemeteries experience is, I was talking to Jim the other day and I went on that website with him and I found a lot of family members from Puerto Rico and it was just so cool. So just visit that URL when you get a chance. Thanks, Jim. Daniel, tell us about
Yeah,
yourself.
it's great to be here. I'm based in Portugal, as my title says. I work in the Europe team, the marketing team. We are the people that bring the information that everybody is eager to know about our records and about our features to all of our followers on social media and through different channels. So I'm really excited to be here and represent our part of the world in this conversation. One fun thing about my family history is that I was born and raised in Portugal. My mom is Portuguese, but my dad is Brazilian. And in doing our family history, we found out that both sides of my dad's family actually come from Portugal, from up north. So I kind of feel like I'm the link that closes the circle of our family history together because our family immigrated to Brazil, explored the world, and then through me, we got back to our home, which is Portugal. So it's really exciting to have been raised here and know that my ancestors, they all walked these same streets and this land. So that's my fun fact about my family history.
That's so awesome, Daniel. Thank you so much. I have to ask you, what time is it where you're at right now?
It's 11:30 p.m.,
Oh
but
my
it's good. At Family Search, we work around the clock.
That's
We're
true,
always
right?
trying to change the world of family history. So that's how we roll.
Well, thanks for sacrificing your midnight hour to be with us. We appreciate it. Thanks, Daniel. Nicole, hello.
Hi, I'm super excited to be here. Hey guys, my name is Nicole Luz. I'm from Brazil. I'm a singer and actress here in Brazil. I'm just here representing the Brazilian Family Search team. Later, I'll tell you why I'm representing them here. One thing that's interesting about my family history is that we have a giant book. I'm going to show you. of genealogy. Look at this. Genealogia da Família Luz. It's huge. And we have lots of family members here with their siblings and with their history, with their jobs and their dreams and things that they used to do. And the fun story is that a historian made a compilation of my family from Portugal in the 1700s. And then one day he came to a FamilySearch center in Brasilia where I live. And there he met my father. And then he gave him this book. So it's very fun to have it, and it's very important for my family to have all my family members here.
That is so special. Thank you so much, Nicole. And we're so excited to hear why you're here today. Because, I mean, you don't work for FamilySearch, but I don't know. That's kind of like a mystery that you're going to have to shed light on in just a minute. We're excited to hear more. Thanks for being here. Okay, Jaslyn Barrera from the beautiful country of Guatemala, the country of the eternal spring. Hello.
Hi everyone, hola amigos. Yo me llamo Jaslyn. I live in Guatemala and I work as a marketing specialist for Latin America. And one interesting fact about my family history is that even though my last name is Barrera, it was supposed to be Roca. And what happened was that my grandfather didn't recognize his children. So his wife, decided to name her children after her last name, which was Barrera.
Oh, that's so cool. It's so crazy just how many last names you have in Latin America, and sometimes it switches up, and that is awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Janice, can you tell us a little bit about you, please?
Yeah, marhaba. My name is Janice Frage, and I am on the Middle East and North Africa team. So a little bit about me. I was born and raised in Michigan, currently live in Utah, but my parents are from Palestine, so kind of all over. And some really interesting family history things. First of all, just like Nicole, I also have a book of family trees. It's about this thick, and I wish I had it with me, but unfortunately I don't. And it's really exciting. It goes back to the 1500s. And for people that are part of the diaspora community like myself, these kinds of books and records are so awesome because it helps you feel not only connected to your ancestors, but also to the homeland that you're from. And the other thing is I just found out recently that my grandfather, so my mom's father, he actually left Palestine. His plan was to go to Brazil for a couple of years to make money and then go back to Palestine. But as soon as he got to Brazil, he found out that my grandmother was pregnant. And so he had to kind of reroute and go back to Palestine. But yeah, it was something I didn't even know until just a few years ago. So pretty cool. As far as what I do on the Middle East and North Africa team, I'm on the product side of things. So FamilySearch doesn't have too much of a presence in the Middle East and North Africa right now. And so that's something that my team is working on changing.
Thank you so much for sharing more about your ancestral journey of leaving Palestine, going to Brazil and being like, switcheroo, man, we've got to go back home. Wow. Well, it's so exciting to be with you guys today. I forgot to share a little bit about my family history. I think something that's interesting is that, and special to me, is that I have a lot of European heritage in my Puerto Rican family. And when I sometimes share my last names with people, one of them is actually really, really German, and they're surprised, and they'll always say, a German Puerto Rican? And I say, yeah, like that happens. And so people are surprised, but I enjoy the reaction on their faces. We're so excited to, again, be with you today to be able to share more about the upcoming global forum at Roots Tech, where our leaders will go ahead and share more about the many things that our team members around the world are working on. And like Daniel said, around the clock, doesn't matter the time, the hour, they always are trying to just make a very special experience, an accessible experience for you, no matter where you are. So as we have this discussion, please feel free to leave your questions in the comments and let us know what you'd like us to answer, and we will be happy to do that. So to start off, guys, let's start with our first question. And the first question is going back to the main theme of this live stream, which is a sneak peek into upcoming family search experiences that participants, whether they're going to be in person in Utah, participating at the conference, or virtually for free, guys, can look forward to. So tell us just a little bit about any specific homeland focuses that you think people should be excited for.
Yeah, I'll start. So in Europe, we're really excited about customizing the experiences that we have currently at on FamilySearch.org. So we are working very hard to make sure that when you come to FamilySearch.org, instead of seeing just a global site that almost speaks to everyone, that's hard to find what you're specifically looking for. If you visit, for instance, the UK website that we have, the homepage that we have for the UK, you'll get there and you'll find content for records. You'll find tools for people that are looking to further their family history in the UK. So you'll find all the tools that you need, and you'll get a more customized experience using our home pages. In terms of what's coming for this event for RootsTech this year, we have a lot of classes in so many different languages that we've been publishing for the last couple of weeks, and we're going to continue to publish. So we invite everyone to come to rootstech.org and start building their schedules, start building their playlist of the things that they want to watch. We will touch on DNA, we will touch on paleography in different languages for different countries. And Europe is a big place. We are really excited about the things that we have to share to help people further their family history. Just because I feel like a lot of us have heritage in Europe, in one or another country in Europe. And so those are some of the things that we're working on. We're very focused on customizing that journey. If someone comes to FamilySearch.org, they'll get a personalized experience in terms of the location where they're at. And we'll take them by the hand and help them do and get to where they want to.
Thank you so much, Daniel. And I love that you emphasize just the global nature of the event and of people's journeys, because believe it or not, I mean, like, I think there are so many people that are on social media are constantly asking questions about how to access European records. And so it sounds like that's your priority, and you're going to help a lot of people on our Family Search channels with their journeys. Thank you. That sounds like a lot of work. Okay, anyone else?
It's not work.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I'd like to just continue on kind of where Daniel left off. One of the things that we benefit from in North America is all the records that are being captured and digitized around the world, because we have such a large immigrant population. We also have, of course, indigenous peoples, and we're trying to help all these different populations. Specifically, when it comes to RootsTech, people in North America can benefit from any of these classes on how to do research in any locality based on your heritage. The other thing that we will be talking about this new cemeteries experience that I mentioned before, that you can get a sneak peek if you go to FamilySearch.org/cemeteries. We talked about it last year, but the experience has evolved quite a bit this year. We also have new landing pages, one for African American research in North America and another one for U.S. immigration. And we're excited to talk about those. And of course, we always have all the presentations on what's new at Family Search. And we have so many people who are really engaged in North America that people tend to really look forward to those presentations.
Jim, thank you. And that African American page, if you haven't caught it on our social channels, actually just launched a couple of days ago. So it's brand spanking new. And if you haven't seen it, go to it, because you will be surprised at just and my understanding is that it's a record amount of records, right? No pun intended.
Yeah, since you're already on social media, you can look at our Facebook page or Instagram, and you can see the post where that's mentioned. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jim. We're so excited to see all that's going on in North America and Europe. Okay, guys, so let's just go on to our next question, because time is passing very quickly. Let's share a little bit more about maybe specific projects or features that your teams are working on that you think that participants at Rootstech will find fascinating? What's something that they should be really excited about, projects or features?
Okay, I can start. So one thing that we're super thrilled about is that we're launching a landing page that's specifically designed for people that have roots from Middle East and North Africa. So it's going to be, it's in English. For now, we'll get it translated into other languages. But it's really great because people that visit this landing page can be led to records, like localized experiences, and also resources that will really help them as they're trying to do their family history and genealogy and just find out more about their roots. Another thing that I'm really excited about is that we are finally getting FamilySearch.org translated into Arabic. It is quite the endeavor, just because, yeah, it's more than just translating it. There's formatting and all of that fun stuff, but it's happening. So we don't have an official timeline yet, but it's in the works and it's coming soon, and we cannot wait.
Congratulations, Team Middle East and North Africa. Woo, woo. We love that. That's the best news ever. Congratulations. Okay, any other projects or features that any of you would like to mention?
Yes,
I would
here.
love to.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, we'll go
Jasmine,
with Jaslyn and then Nicole. Is that all right? It's your excitement, guys. You can't contain it.
All right, so for Latin America, we have this super fun experience of relatives at Rootstech, where you can find relatives from around the world that have subscribed to Rootstech too, and even chat with them to expand your family tree or just to say hi. And we also have a new list of famous relatives where you can find if you're related to someone who's famous, and that should be super fun to do with family and friends too. We have Oscar de la Renta, Fernando Botero, and many, many others, Montezuma. And we will also have the opportunity to hear Katie James, and she's amazing. She'll be a keynote speaker for Latin America. And she's half Colombian, half Irish. So I think it'll be super interesting to hear what she has to share about her roots and her family history, and to hear her beautiful voice.
That's awesome. So she's a singer, Jasleen?
She's a singer and musician. She's very talented.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to look her up on YouTube. How exciting. Thanks so much for sharing more about that special guest at Rootstech with us. Thank you. Nicole, you were going to say something and you were so excited.
Yeah. And I got more excited knowing there's a singer now. I'm very excited. So, guys, I'm going to talk about two new features that have brought more accessibility to Brazilians and all the Portuguese speakers. We know that Rootstack is the largest genealogy and family history conference in the world, so we need to make the event more accessible to all nations. That's why every day in the general session in the main stage, we'll have Portuguese interpretation of the keynote speakers, so translation. So those who don't speak English will be able to understand everything that's going on. In addition, we'll have small classes in Portuguese for all Portuguese speakers. So especially for you guys, those classes are for you, and you can find the schedules, times, and days on rootstech.org.
Thank you so much. And Nicole said it so well. There are, I think, 18 to 20 different languages that people can participate in. So no matter where you are in the world or which language you speak, please, please, please go to rootstech.org and you can tune into these classes in different languages. That's so exciting, guys. It's a global phenomenon. And something that I wanted to mention, which I found really cool, is that and that every year it repeats itself, is that the speakers that are invited and the people that are presenting these classes, they reflect such diversity of all of the different experiences that we as people have in our journeys. And so you will be hearing from people, whether it's someone, an instructor at a class, or it's someone giving a keynote speech. You're going to hear people from different experiences and walks of life, and you'll be surprised at all that you learn from what they share. Okay, guys, so let's jump into our next question. And the question is, if there's anything that in particular that participants can look forward to when they do go to Rootstech. Anything that you want to just mention or highlight to get people even more excited for what's to come?
Yes, I can chime in here. So one of the things that we're doing is we have speakers that are going to be talking about our Ottoman collection. And so to kind of explain what I mean by that, the Ottoman Empire ruled much of the Middle East for a very long time, and they were really good at keeping records, keeping census records. And we have access to hundreds of thousands of these records. And so we have speakers talking about that. And then we also are doing a lot of work on obtaining tribal lineages. So a lot of people from the Middle East and North Africa do belong to tribes. And so, yeah, we have speakers that are going to teach us more about that. And then speaking of all the languages, our sessions will be available or translated into 6 languages, including Arabic, Kurdish, and Farsi. So those are some things that we're excited about.
Wow. So it's a collection of Ottoman records.
Yeah.
That is incredible. Thank you so much for sharing that. There's got to be so much information there that I bet, especially like you mentioned earlier, members of the people that are part of the diaspora here will be able to find just a lot of value in. Thank you.
Exactly.
Okay. Anybody else? I know that there's so much to highlight, and that's why all of you are pausing to think.
Well, I'll talk a little bit about one of the keynotes and one of the experiences. I mentioned before that we have this new landing page for African American research, and that is in part to support the 10 Million Names Project by American ancestors that they have really been spearheading. And then one of our keynotes is Lynn M. Jackson, who is a direct descendant of Dred Scott. The Dred Scott decision was a big historical event here in the United States. And so there's just going to be a lot related to African American heritage this year as well. So that's something to look forward to.
I love it. I love when we focus on all of these different demographics because, again, there are so many different needs. And so that's just so exciting that Lynn Jackson will be a part of this worldwide event. Anyone else? Nicole? You still
I was
haven't
just
told
gonna
us why.
say that.
Oh, Daniel. After Daniel,
I was
we
just
need to
gonna
find out.
say that, yeah, it's short. I was just gonna say that there's so much that's gonna happen that we also want to unveil in a couple of days when we're closer to it. So we don't want to tell you everything right now,
That's
but
true.
there's still a lot that we're working on and that we're finalizing that will, or that it's already prepared, but we're only gonna bring it up to you on the day that the event starts. So don't just sit around and not follow our social media channels. Follow rootstech.org, subscribe so that you can get email notifications when things launch. I know that there's plans for us to send out some suggestions on classes that might be interesting to each of our language groups as well. So we are cooking up a lot of things that you'll be coming in contact with very soon.
Thank you so much, Daniel. And that is the truth. I have a question for Nicole. Speaking of truth, tell us what makes your participation so special. How are you supporting this awesome event? You haven't told us yet.
I'll tell you. Let's talk about representation. There will be Brazilians at Rootstech, and I'm one of them. But let me tell you first that we'll have a pre-recorded material, an episode with João Daniel. That's a friend of mine. He's a singer in the group, the Brazilian group Strive to Be, Jovens da Igreja de Jesus Cristo. And João will tell us about his experience discovering his genealogy in Portugal. And João is a young man who is well known in Brazil for the songs he sings and for sharing his testimony. So I know that all Brazilians are already excited with those news because we all love João. I love João, he's my friend. And last but not least, I'm super excited to say that a Brazilian will be there in person. So directly from the Rootstack event, I, Nicole Luz, will be bringing you live information about what's going on there, keynote speakers, activity spaces, interviews with participants, and much more through FamilySearch Brazil's Instagram and Facebook pages. So that's why I'm here representing them, like giving in spoiler of what we'll be doing
No, there are
in a
no
few minutes.
spoilers. You're fine. We're so excited because now we're gonna just be watching you, Nicole. And I love that Nicole
Yeah,
mentioned that there's different presenters. And speaking of languages,
yeah,
my understanding of what our team is cooking up is that there's going to be presenters in all of these languages with live interviews and just following up with everything that's going on. Again, so that you can feel as though you're part of this conference, whether no matter where you are, like you can enjoy it at that same level and with that same amount of excitement. Just a couple of other things that I'd like to mention to remind you about is that beyond classes, there is a virtual exhibit where you can connect with industry experts and with different entities that have resources and information that's available to you. So not just FamilySearch, there are all of these experts from this realm of family history that are wanting to support you with your journeys. And so you can do all of that virtually. And again, it's all for free, rootstech.org. And let's say that you're not available on February 29th, March 1st or 2nd. That's okay. You can watch these videos of classes later. Again, like Nicole mentioned, you can create a watch list, and it's something that it doesn't just happen that weekend. You can enjoy the Roots Tech experience throughout the entire year, and you can refer back to it. I'd love to just give you all the opportunity to share anything else before we close.
I'd like to just respond to one of the questions that was answered. Sometimes we talk so much about the United States, when we talk about North America, sometimes we overlook Canada. Last year, we launched the 1931 Census of Canada with Libraries Archives Canada. And we do have a lot more that we're doing with Canada. And so that those who are involved with Canadian research should be really excited about what we have cooked up for Canada as well.
Felicia, thank you so much for asking that question. And I think we just talked about on social media the release of the 1931 Canada Census. So we're constantly updating on social media when there are new records available. So thank you so much for your questions, guys. Keep on asking them. We're not done yet. Okay, and thanks, Jim, for answering that. So just again, the entire purpose of tonight was making sure that you have a sneak peek, a teaser into the global forum, the FamilySearch Global Forum taking place on March 2nd at 9:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. You don't have to write this down. Just go to rootstech.org and you will see all of the forums and the classes and the experiences that are available to you. Again, whether you're coming in person or you're participating virtually, tap into the many experts and resources that will be available to you, not just that weekend, throughout the year. Guys, team, thank you so much for being a part of tonight's experience. You are wonderful, and thank you for being wherever you are in the world and supporting everyone's journey, because it's so meaningful to just make sure that everyone can have an incredible personal and family discovery journey, no matter where they live and where they are. So thanks for all that you do. And thanks to everyone that watched this live stream. Thank you for your questions, and we look forward to seeing you at Roots Tech. Follow FamilySearch social media channels, the main channel, or all of our team members' channels from around the world. We will be keeping you constantly updated on the latest happenings. Don't miss out. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Bye, everyone.